Hi everyone, welcome to Cobalt Academia's Hacking How to video series. I'm Busra, aka RE100, an offensive security researcher and a pentest architect at Cobalt.io. With Hacking How to video series, we explore vulnerabilities that we encounter every day during pentests. In this specific video, we will see how to exploit WebSockets using different scenarios. If you're ready, let's jump in. Hi everyone, in this video we will see how to do pen testing on WebSockets by using PortSwigger lab. Before starting how to solve these exercises, I'd like to clarify something. These videos are not walkthroughs for any vulnerable machine that you can see outside, or I'm not providing any magic solution for these PortSwigger labs or any other trusted resources. I'm trying to show you how to exploit specific vulnerabilities in these videos, as I got a couple of interesting comments by saying you're copying and pasting the same solutions. Like I said, I'm trying to use the most trusted resources to show what kind of scenarios we can see for each vulnerability. Hope this clarifies the questions and minds, and enough with the chit chat, as this video is all about WebSockets. So, I couldn't find so many scenarios for WebSockets, but there are 3 cool scenarios, 1 apprentice and 2 practitioner level exercise on PortSwigger, and all of them are also realistic, and I am seeing them in real life in pentest, so I think we can just jump in. So let's start with the first one. Let's read the introduction first. This online shop has a live chat feature implemented using WebSockets, which is in here, as you can see. We will see the request in a second. Chat messages that you submit are viewed by a support agent in real time, and to solve this lab, use a WebSocket message to trigger an alert pop-up in the support agent's browser. Okay, let's do it. So I need to first put burp on. Okay, it's on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to live chat. As you can see, my previous attempts are here. So what I will do is I like to send my message with using some special characters to see if there is any encoding in place. I'm sending this message. I can maybe intercept on so that we can see what kind of scenarios we have at the moment. So we can see what's going on here. I put intercept on. I'm sending my request. So as you can see, this is the message that sent the server, which is HTML encoded. And when I send it, this comes to client again, which is again HTML encoded. I'm forwarding this. It says typing, which means the agent on the other side is typing. And the agent sends us the following message. Could you please refer to blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm intercepting off again. You can see the HTTP history for chat here. And what we're interested in is the WebSocket history. And I'd like to show it to you now. As you can see, this message is HTML encoded, as I showed you before, goes to server, then comes to client, again as HTML encoded. The client, again, the message comes to client by saying typing on the agent side, and agent sends this message to client. Pretty cool. So what we are gonna do is we're just gonna intercept on, and we'll write another message now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna intercept on and write some message, say send. You see this message is sent to the server. When I'm sending it to client, I will replace it with my own XSS payload to pop up a box. I will be sending this. It says typing. We got the HTTP request here. Sending, you're going to lose. And as you can see, we got a pop-up box. Intercept off. And we solved the lab in this way. Okay, this was pretty easy, straightforward exercise, but if input validation is not in place like this, it just happens. This is a realistic scenario that you can see during pen tests. So this is gone. So this is the next exercise we have. So what we're going to do is we're going to manipulate the WebSocket handshake to exploit, again, XSS vulnerability. And the difference here is that there's an XSS filter in place, and we need to manipulate the handshake, the HTTP request in between to bypass XSS filter. We will see it in a minute. It gives us a hint. If you struggle bypass XSS filter, try it XSS labs. Let's go there. There are really cool exercises here. So it says that sometimes you can use IP-based restriction using X forwarded for header. Apparently, I'm gonna be blocked now while I'm trying XSS payloads. So it's given me a hint by saying you can bypass it later. So I accessed the lab. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to live chat. First I will write this message, then I will intercept on again. The same technique that we used before. Let's try it first. I will send this request. While it's on the client side, I will just write a message like this, image source, then the same technique on error, alert 1. Let's see what kind of output we're gonna get. I'm saying forward typing, so it's sending me the HTTP request. We're getting these, intercept off again. We are triggering this, but as you can see, the chat is disconnected. So that means that we killed the connection and we are banned at that moment. Whatever we write, it's not gonna refresh it. Or saying live chat again. It says, I'll be happy to answer any questions, but not from you. We're basically banned. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna intercept on, and of course we'll do the most basic technique that is also stated here, which is trying to bypass IP restrictions with using X forwarded for header. I'm writing an IP address here, 111. When I send this, it gives me it starts the handshake again. Ready? Perfect. So this is the payload that I can send on the client side. So what I'm gonna try is I will try to bypass the filter by using the same payload first. All right, we're sending it like this. Let's see if it's gonna work. Sending it. Oops, pardon me, you weren't supposed to hear it. Same request again. I'm busy and stuff. Still sending the same request. What's going on here? Nothing yet. As you can see, we're in a constant loop. Connected. Now chatting with Hull. Let's kill this. But as you can see, we didn't trigger the XSS payload. So the only headache that you can see in this exercise is that you're supposed to realize which kind of tag, which kind of attribute we can use, and we can't use image tag here as it's not giving us an XSS pop-up. So I'm gonna use iframe. Let me first intercept on, then I will say live chat again. I need to get rid of this IP address restriction. Send this, perfect. It will start ready now. Handshake started. Perfect. Now instead of this payload, I will write the following: iframe, uppercase, lowercase JavaScript, and then alert instead of parentheses. As you can see, I'm using backticks here, and then close the iframe tag. I'm sending this, sending the same one again and again. As you can see, we got a pop-up. So apparently image tag was not working, but iframe tag is working perfectly. So this was just another exercise which was combining manipulating the handshake by the restrictions on IP address, and also bypassing some filters. Let's close it and let's jump into my favorite one, cross-site WebSocket hijacking. Whenever I find this in pentest, I'm always super excited and always trying to find an URL that I can extract some sensitive information. So there are a couple of things that we should be realizing now. Let's go to live chat. Maybe I should intercept on. Yeah, it does intercept on. Okay, when I do this, okay, as you can see, there is no CSRF token in this request, so that's nice. Maybe I can, in this way, I can try cross-site WebSocket hijacking. I'm sending this. As you can see, the handshake is starting by saying ready, and then so I will send my message, and it's being sent, as you can see, with WebSockets, and it's typing, and the agent is sending us the following. So what I will do is I will show you a script that I'm using, a payload that I'm using whenever I'm exploiting cross-site WebSocket hijacking. It's also given in PortSwigger lab. So this is also always in my cheat sheet, and you can also grab this from the blog post that I will publish, or from PortSwigger, or I think it's also online. You can find it anywhere. So basically what this doing is that when you say ready, when the handshake starts with ready, it will gather chat history. It will retrieve the past chat messages from the server. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write a URL that we can extract the chat history in here, and we will write our burp collaborator to retrieve the chat history. So let's see the burp now for HTTP requests. As you can see, when you are grabbing the chat, it starts the protocol, and after chat, you can get the chat history. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy URL, and we'll be writing here, instead of HTTPS, it will be WSS. I'm removing this, and I am also firing up burp collaborator. Let's make it small. I don't like this to be so huge here. Okay, let's replace this. Perfect. So I'm copying this basically. Is intercept on? No, it's not. Perfect. I'm going to my exploit server, and we'll send this request here. First, I will be storing this, then I will be viewing this exploit, and I will pull all the requests that come into burp collaborator. As you can see, there are a bunch of HTTP requests, and you see the chat history in here now. Okay, let's see the inspector. It says, thanks, I hope this doesn't come back bite me. What does it say? Hello, how can I help? So the agent's speaking. So it says, I forgot my password. So as you can see here, no problem, Carlos, it's blah blah. So it gives us the password. So basically you can just log in with Carlos and the password that you can see here, and this is how you are solving the lab. So as you can see, there are 3 scenarios that we can see here. Thank you for watching my videos. Stay tuned for more content. Cheers!